Leeds, Leeds, Leeds.
Hello, welcome back to Imagine Not Being Leeds for your Leeds versus Derby County preview ahead of our game at Pride Park tomorrow night at 5:45. Game I'm looking forward to. Hopefully we can prove the Stoke result wasn't a one-off and we can build on that momentum now away from home. We know his home form's brilliant. I don't see us getting beat again at Ellen Road this season. It's a tough ask, but I just don't see it. The way we play away from home has obviously been a bit sketchy this season. Hopefully that Stoke result is the start of something good on terms of a decent run there, and we can put a decent run like last season together of stretching 14, 15, 16 games without a loss. Hopefully that's it now. Derby, Hull next after this one away from home. That's two very winnable games in my eyes. So yeah, I firmly believe with Blackburn stuck in the middle of them games at home as well that we're in the middle of a run now. Just need them to prove it tomorrow night. Derby, in the last 6 games against Leeds United in the league, they haven't won any of them. They've drawn 2 and lost 4. We all know what happened in that playoff game, but yeah, let's not talk about that. But I think the last win was in 2017, a 2-1 win for Derby with Gary Rowett when he was in charge. Outside that, like I say, in terms of league victories, they haven't got any in the last 6. But they did beat West Brom on Boxing Day 2-1. Carlos Corberan's obviously gone to Valencia. Whether that was a factor or not for West Brom, we'll never know, but it's a great result for Derby. At home, they're actually really good. I was surprised when I've done a little bit of digging, because I was at Ellen Road when we beat them 2-0, and I thought they were very poor. I thought they were one of the worst sides to come to Ellen Road. They offered absolutely nothing. The fans may as well not have come to that game. It was one of them where it was just all Leeds United. And I think Paul Ward and his lads really let themselves down, really. It's no embarrassment getting beat Ellen Road 2-0. A lot more teams will get slapped up more than that. It were better than Derby County as well. So it wasn't a bad result. But in the manner of the defeat, I just feel like Derby didn't offer anything, didn't really turn up. I'm expecting them to play a little bit differently at Pride Park. They should really, at home, go for it a little bit more. I don't think they'll sit back into a low block, maybe a mid block, make themselves difficult to beat. But there is goals in this side in terms of at Pride Park. They're a totally different outfit to away from home. I think they're 8-4-9 from the home form. They've got Jerry Yates up front. He's on 5 goals, so he's not prolific by any means. But with him up front and I think it's Mendez Lang on the left, they've had a experienced Championship winger. Tricky player, he'll offer them a threat, and like I say, with that home support, where they're not playing too bad this season, I expect them to be up for the fight. They've only lost 3 out of the 11 games at Pride Park this season, winning 6, drawing 2, so it really is good form, and when Leeds are a bit iffy away from home, it could be a difficult game. We just got to prove that, like I say, Stoke wasn't a one-off. Their away form obviously is the thing that's let them down. 1 win all season away from home, hence why they're languishing down in 14th, which, to be fair, isn't a bad place for Derby to be in. Not long, since coming up from League One, so it's not bad. Consolidate this season and then try and push on. I'm sure would be a good return for them this year. Paul Warne is a manager I actually quite like. He harnesses all the blame, don't try to put too much pressure on his players, believes in them, tells them before every game they've got a chance to win every game. They try not to show the opponents too much respect, although I think at Ellen Road they showed us far too much. But in general, he tries to instill confidence into them, and at home it works. Away from home, it's not quite clicking for them, but it is a difficult division. It's a Championship. It's when a lot of teams are struggling away from home this season. A lot of teams. The momentum is in the home games. You see that week in, week out, really. Away from home, it's especially for a side like Derby, those mid to low sides, it's difficult to go away to a lot of stadiums in this division and pick up 3 points. So fair play to them for getting the home form in check, and that'll keep them up, and it'll keep them probably mid-table based on that. Is this a game they'll win? I don't believe so. I think Leeds have got too much quality. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with Ampadu. We had a little knock. Will they bring him out? I believe he will. I think Tanaka comes back in and partners Rothwell in midfield with Ampadu maybe going to bench. The left-back situation with Byram, he's got a bit of a knock. That's a tough one because, as we know, Voba's still out. Firpo's still out till New Year. So yeah, it's a bit of a tough one there. Maybe Schmidt comes in. Maybe Byram's fit enough. Maybe De Bayo comes in. He's still got options, although albeit not the best. I think he goes with Pirro up top. I do expect rotation on the wings. I think you could see Solomon or Dan James, one of them, come out for maybe Ramazani or Nonto, or even both. I think if you're going to rotate, I think this is a good game to rotate in, freshen it up a little bit. I wouldn't be against James coming out, even though he's a star player in the Leeds side, probably the star player in the league right now. Based on form, for me, he's the best player in this division currently. I do think, to freshen it up wouldn't be a bad thing. With obviously playing again on Wednesday at home at Blackburn, a lot of games in quick succession. Sometimes you've just got to rotate. It's not a case of dropping someone. Rotation's key in this league. 46 games. It's a long season. You can run out of steam towards the back end, a bit like Leeds United did last season with Fark, and obviously, not trusting his squad, not trusting his bench last year. He's got quality in abundance on that bench this time round, so he's got no excuse really. Mateo Joseph, maybe he could start, maybe he could, but I'd like to see Pido start again and try and build on his 2 goals at Stoke. I feel like whenever one of the strikers gets 3 or 4 games, in the side, we tend to switch it back up again. I feel like right now he scored 2, we'll be confident, just stick with Pido for this one. Hopefully he gets a couple of chances, because as we know he's quite deadly in that box. He don't tend to miss many, so that'd be great if he could maintain that form after Stoke. Aronson, I think he stays in. Like I say, I'm not against Aronson coming out either. A little bit of rotation where we can, freshen it up would be ideal. But I know Farker doesn't like to make wholesale changes. But I expect maybe 2 or 3 in this game. Like I say, maybe freshening up those wingers, and maybe Ampadu coming out. Hopefully Byram's fit enough, or maybe he gives Schmidt a go, like I say, at left back. But yeah, potentially 3 or 4 in this. But I doubt we'd make that many. But I expect a couple at least. But yeah, so that's enough of me waffling on. I'm gonna take you over to Adam from Goal Hanger now, Derby County fan. He's been on my channel, well, not been on my channel, but he sent me a little preview last time I played him at Ellen Road. He's done the same again, so this is what to expect from Derby and his thoughts.
Hi, Goal Hanger here, Derby County fan, and what's my thoughts ahead of this game, Derby County versus Leeds United at Pride Park. Obviously, these 2 teams are facing each other twice in the same month of December, which is pretty tough for Derby County fans after the last game. Obviously, at Ellen Road, we went there with a game plan to soak up pressure and try and counter-attack, but it didn't really work out that way, did it? We didn't really lay a glove on Leeds United at all in that game. Obviously, the 2-0 loss, and I think the goal just before half-time really killed us. And then going into the second half, we expected we might try and attack a little bit more, but it just didn't pan out that way. Unfortunately, it was a bit of a disappointing away fixture, but coming to Pride Park now, I'm a little bit more hopeful that we can come away with something. In terms of the Leeds player that I was really impressed with in that fixture was actually Joe Rothwell. I thought he cleaned everything up whenever Derby tried to come forward, and he just looked a really good presence whenever he sweeps anything up in between that midfield and defence. Obviously, Jayden Bogle played in that game, former Derby County Academy graduate. I thought he looked okay, just I don't think he got the run of the game really that day. And what's my thoughts ahead of this game? Well, I think Derby, we're going to be playing a little bit more expansive football. Obviously, we're coming off the back of a really positive 2-1 home victory over West Brom, a game where we dominated for large parts. I think in the second half, they edged it over us in terms of the chances they created. But defensively, we were really solid, and we created some really good attacking chances and were clinical in front of goal. And we'll be hoping for more of the same coming up against Leeds United. Leeds United's quality does worry me. We saw it in the game when Derby went to Ellen Road that Leeds United punished us when the opportunities fell to them. But I'm hoping that we're going to have a little bit more of a go at Leeds United. I don't think we gave too great of an account ourselves when we went to Ellen Road. So in terms of score prediction, if I had to give you one, I'd go with a 2-2 draw. I think Derby can definitely get a point in this game, with it being at Pride Park Stadium, and the way that we play at home is a lot better than what we do away from home. So I'm definitely more optimistic. If Leeds United fans had to watch out for a Derby County player, I'd probably go with the same player predicted for this fixture back at Ellen Road, and I'd say Jerry Yates. He's definitely looked a lot more clinical in front of goal. He's finding his rhythm now, and he scored a great goal against West Brom from a narrow angle. So I'm hoping he can do more of the same in this game against Leeds United. So that's my thoughts ahead of this game.
Cheers, Adam, mate. Anyone who's interested in a bit of Derby content, go over and check out Adam from Goal Hanger. Really good content over on his channel. He's a brilliant lad. Yeah, and I've subscribed myself and I watch a few of his videos. For a Derby fan, he ain't too bad. But yeah, that's pretty much it really. Hopefully Leeds can, like I say, maintain this away form now. Hopefully it wasn't just a one-off, and we can build some momentum now going into the new year. With obviously Blackburn at home coming next week, and then Hull away after that, which the way Hull are playing, that should be another 3 points. So I do firmly believe we're in the middle of a good run now, and long may it continue. I'm going to say for this game, even based on everything I've sort of read before I've done this and seen, I'm going to go Leeds to win 3-0. I feel like the confidence coming off Stoke's going to be massive. Could Derby spring a surprise on me? Yeah, of course it could. Like I said, they're a good side at home. Really good form at home, to be fair. But I think Leeds United, too much quality, obviously. The players are there. That doesn't, win, being better team on paper doesn't guarantee you 3 points. You've got to go out there and show your guile, determination, and be up for a fight. Which if Ampadu's out there, that's a big miss. Hopefully he's still in the squad. But I do expect him to maybe come out for Tanaka in this one and maybe drop to the bench, especially if he's carrying a bit of a knock after Stoke. But whoever plays, whatever lineup he goes with, they need to be up for it that first 10-15 because I expect Derby to bring it. But yeah, I think the quality will prevail, and I think a 3-0 win looks comfortable on paper, but I think it'll be a difficult game. But I think we'll get a couple of late-ish goals as well, and it's all about the first goal, as we always say. If we can get that first goal, then they've got to come out and play a bit more than I'm expecting them to, albeit I don't think they'll sit in a low block. I think they'll bide the time, but I do expect them to be up for it. But yeah, I think 1-0 at half time with a couple of goals coming late on. And yeah, that's what I expect from Leeds. That's what I hope Leeds can do. Let's hope they can deliver. And that's it. See you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.